Welcome to Project Die Hard Mission Monday Update. It's Monday night. You know it's time. It is always on Mondays at 6:30 p.m. Central. We are here to give you all the latest and greatest updates, all the things going on with Project Die Hard. And with us always, except on rare occasions, is our wonderful president and founder, Brian Gibson. He is the guy who is helping out all our vets and doing all the things, I want to say kind of behind the scenes, but he's behind the scenes, in front of the scenes, on every direction, pulled in every direction. And he actually tonight is being pulled in another direction where we, the team, is taking care of the podcast this evening because he's got business that's, honest to goodness, more important that he needs to be taking care of right now. So he is taking care of a vet and the family. So while he is doing that, you got us. And you know who's with me right now? I have the wonderful Chaplain Dave joining me here this evening. So I'm going to bring him in right away. How you doing tonight?
I'm doing great. How are you doing?
I'm good. It's actually nice outside today. We're not in the deep cold right now. It's back in the 30s, so it feels lovely.
Well, I'll trade you. It's been raining all day up here, so we'll take it for what it's worth.
Exactly. So, well, we do have the few updates that Brian had sent from earlier this week. So I think we can go ahead and start with that. I will go ahead and share my screen. So give me just 1 second to get my right page up in front. I think I'm actually going to end up sharing my entire screen. So bear with me as I go ahead and make this happen. Sharing. So now you can see everything. Here we go. So, and actually, as I'm seeing this, I can't. Can you see it on the screen?
Yes.
Okay, because my entire screen right now is the slideshow. So I just want to make sure you're seeing this too. So this is, you all already know, we are a faith-based, scripture-led veteran nonprofit. And we are building facilities for our veteran community. And that's something that we're working hard on. And the fundraising into this, honest to goodness, is a big piece right now. So we are looking for help with all the things that we need to do, because why? We are losing too many of our brothers and sisters to the demon of suicide. You can see it right on the screen here. This is an unfortunate, horrible fact. It just is. And this time of year tends to be worse than the rest of the year. If you just look at the statistics, unfortunately, this ends up, it's become known as the holiday spike, which makes me cringe a little bit, because holidays in my mind is always such a wonderful, upbeat kind of a time. But we got to remember, honestly, that's not the case for everyone. And we lose a lot of our veterans at this time of year. So we need to do a little extra right now to help them all out. So we know God will never leave the mission, number one. Number two, the suffering of vets will not be used for profit here. And number three, no drugs or alcohol are allowed. So very basic principles that we live with and live by as Project Die Hard. So now, how are our locations named? They come from, people we've lost. And if you look at our logo, that logo actually has meaning with the colors. So, and this is something I did not know when I first started hanging out here. I've been learning along the way. And here we go. Purple and teal. Those are suicide awareness. That number 22, that is the popularized statistic of how many veterans we lose every single day. That's not how many we lose in a year or a month or even a week. That's how many we lose every day. One is too many. Each of those people is somebody's son, daughter, wife, husband, child, aunt, uncle. I mean, these are people that they're family, they're friends, their loved ones, and we are losing them. One is too many. That's why we are here, because one is too many. So as you see the number 22 on there is in the color red, the blood lost every day in the war at home. The black is for the mourning of loss. We will never forget the sacrifice. And then the gray, the mind of a veteran. The war never leaves. So again, you can hate the war, but you can't hate the warrior. If it wasn't for what our men and women have done, I wouldn't be able to sit here and be talking to you like this. I have freedom because of all of the amazing people that have served. We all have that here in America and really can't take that for granted. A beacon of hope in every state. So the goal here, we will have a location, a forward operating base in every state. We have one right now that is, you can see pictures, forward operating base Rush in Makanda, Illinois. And this is named after Courtney Rush. And she, honestly, I would have to have that would be something we should ask Brian sometime in the near future here to share with us a little more history on Courtney and how this all came about to be named specifically after her. But this is a great facility, an amazing location, and it is open to events. And we do need, well, it's got a kitchen, it's got the gathering space. We are still working on renovating the other portion of this building. It's a 10,000 square foot building, and there will be some bedrooms that have to be actually created there yet. So the remodeling needs to finish taking place at that site so that we can actually have veterans come and stay there to get the help they need. And you guys know this. Fellowship breakfast. The first Wednesday of the month is the fellowship breakfast at IHOP. Veterans come and eat for free. It is from 7 until 9:30 a.m. at the IHOP in Paducah, Kentucky. So there are a lot of veterans that have been served this way in the last year. I believe, I should have written the number down. We're somewhere in the neighborhood of 480 veterans that have been served in this capacity. And we are looking for sponsors to continue this. We need to have that support so that financial support, because the veterans are eating for free here. We are making that happen. And I know I'm talking about veterans being coming to here to eat. It's open to everyone. The veterans eat for free, but everyone is welcome to come and join in the fellowship time there. So please come and make that happen. You know what I want to see happen is that this fellowship breakfast takes over the entire IHOP location and that we are filling the place door to door. So that we're working on that. It's important to remember how to get help. The Veterans Crisis Line. Dial 988 and then press 1. Again, Veterans Crisis Line, dial 988 and then press 1, and you can get help on the phone right then and there. Ironically, this past weekend, I know that Kurt was on a meeting, on a Zoom meeting this past Sunday, and in conversation, one of the gentlemen that happened to be in that same meeting said that, we started talking about veterans a little bit, and he's one of the guys that's on the other end when somebody would call that number. He's one of the guys that you would actually potentially be talking to. So we're going to see what we can do to have him come on here and join us at some point, probably early next year, if we can get the timing arranged, because I think that would be such a fun, I don't know if fun's the right word. I think we can get the insight on so many things, and it would be, I think, great for him also to understand what we have here, what Project Die Hard is, and what's available, where we're going with this. I think this could connect some dots that could be really valuable. So, and with this, check your vet. You're going to hear this coming from me a lot. I'm going to say it tonight again and again and again. A text is good. A call is better, but being face-to-face is the best. Check your vet. And I love this. So, not to be rude, we don't talk, we do. So, have you found the mission worthwhile? Here's how you can help. When you see any of our posts that go out there, you're going to see some hashtags: PDH Pray, PDH Share, PDH Volunteer, and PDH Patron. So, praying. Like David, veterans should have hope, protection from the demons, for the mission to have strength, wisdom, and resources to grow the kingdom. PDH Share. This is how we grow. We need to share out the mission. We'll be able to do more outreach programs, to be able to build more facilities. PDH Volunteer. Only the best will do for our nation's heroes. Your time, talent, knowledge, and skills will expand the mission. Your voice could save the life of a veteran. So PDH Patron, no leader in this group has or ever will receive a salary. Supporting this mission supports the community of what is happening here. It supports the program. Anyone can request the financial records for this organization at any time. It's an open book. We do things as they need to be done and on the up and up and all the things. It's wide open for you to understand what is happening, and we ask for your support. And if you have questions, you can tune in here. Obviously, if you're listening to this, you already are aware. PDH Mission Monday updates. We are sharing updates about the veterans' issues, about the mission. We often have a guest on here joining us, and it's all about bringing hope to our veterans. You see there all of our email addresses so that you can reach out, whichever piece it is that piques your interest, whether it's ministry, marketing, resources, community, grants. If you want to join the team, be a guest, book a tour, all of those email addresses are listed there. And if I'm going too fast for you to catch it right now, you know what? We are live streaming all over the place. Really easy to go back and pause it and write down what you need here. Like for me personally, Susan@projectdiehard.org. So again, our goal is to be 90% for hope, 10% for needs. We are asking you to be a patron. And I've never been one that's been real good at asking that, but I am straight up changing my ways and saying, please donate. There are so many good things that is still to come with what can happen here, but without the funds to make it happen, we're spinning our wheels a little bit. We really need to get this facility renovated so that we can move forward with that piece of this mission. So the person that's able to write that check, or the many people that it's going to take to write the checks to make this happen, just hasn't heard about us yet. So that's where it goes back to PDH Share. Share this mission. The right person just is out there and waiting, wondering where this is. So there, you see there's a QR code on there, super easy to scan that. It'll take you right to that donation page. And I am back to here. So that was a lot.
Yeah, I had to shut my mic off because we were getting a lot of feedback. So I was like, let me shut my mic off.
All good. And I couldn't see if you were raising your hand. I'm sorry, I couldn't see you.
No, we were good. She can run with this. But no, yeah, it's especially this time of year, nobody likes to ask for donations or for funding, but it's kind of the point now where as an organization, the three things we ask are pray for our mission, share our mission, and volunteer. Obviously, if you can help fund the mission, that's great. We would love, for you to come on board and be a patron. And if you have those pockets and you can do that, that's great. But if the financial end is not where you're at, that's fine too. We have other ways where you can help out. I mean, like I said, praying for the mission, sharing the mission, volunteering. We have so many different ways that you could be a part of Project Die Hard. if you have a skill or a talent, we have somewhere to plug you in. I promise. Whether it be on the ministry side, which would be working with me, education, which would be with Sue, community and outreach would be Kurt, grants would be Ronald. We have so many places to plug you in. It's ridiculous. But yeah, there we go.
Oh, sorry. I'm trying to get rid of that whole thing, and I'm bouncing back and forth. My apologies. Trying to adjust my screen usage here, and I'm throwing everybody off.
But yeah, the amount of places where we have that we could have you come on board as a volunteer to help out, we can find a place.
Oh, and it's popping in right away. I was planning to just have this in the background for a moment. However, oh my goodness, I feel like a rookie right now. So with this, I was just on here to share really quick our Facebook page. If you can see at the address at the top there, Facebook,
Yeah.
It's Project Die Hard 22. So one thing that's worth noting, check this out. 4 hours ago, this was posted. Comes down to 88 more patrons are needed to keep this mission going. We are looking for patrons at $22 a month. So that's a legit ask we have. If we could get more people committing to that $22 a month, if we could get 100 at $22 a month, we will be in good shape at that point. That will cover our needs. And right now, this is where we're at. We need 88 more. Yeah. So I figured we're sharing, since we're talking on the money side. This literally was posted 4 hours ago of a status update of where we are.
Yeah. And I know Sue was mentioning about the fellowship breakfast. I think the number was 483 last year.
There we go.
Where, the IHOP in Paducah, where we hold it at every year, I think seating capacity for the full restaurant would be 500. If we could do that a month, that would be amazing.
Can you imagine?
I don't know. I honestly don't know what Brian would do if we packed that place.
I want to find out.
I do too. Because then what that means is if he packs that place out every month, that means the next one is coming up in my neighborhood.
Excellent.
And then we have to pack that place out. And that one I think is maybe 600, 650.
Woo. Imagine serving veterans in that way. It seems okay. It's breakfast.
Yeah.
It seems little. It's not little. It's a big deal.
And everybody's like, so we've talked about it. Myself and Brian have talked about it. And, there are churches that are like, well, we can host it. And I'm like, Brian has said the same thing. We would love that. It would save a cost. However, there are some veterans who, like the VA, it's not their comfort zone.
Yeah. And that's okay.
I'm not, I'm the chaplain of the mission. Me telling you that, sure. Yeah.
Meeting people where they're at.
It's literally, that's it. I have no problem. I will meet you where you're at. If that's a gas station, hey, I'm there. If that's a football field, I'm there too. I will go where the need is. But there are just some veterans that it's for whatever reason, and their reason is their reason. That's fine. It's some don't do government buildings in general, whether it be the VA or the post office or whatever. They're not comfortable in government run buildings, and that's fine. Hospitals. I mean, you all know what I do for a full-time job. I'm not a fan of doctors. I just have to work with them. So it's what we do.
It's what we do.
Yeah. But as far as, getting back on track with the mission, it's, you know, we will, we are here for our veterans, whether it be, you know, a phone call, whether it be to serve them in whatever capacity we can. That's why we're here. That's what we do. Um, that's one of the reasons why Brian is not here tonight. He's out, you know, doing what he does, and he does that 24/7, 365. That's literally, that's literally where he's at. He's, without disclosing, putting anybody's business out there, Brian is out with a veteran and their family doing what he does. So
that's where he needs to be. That's a hard thing to do.
Yeah.
And he's the guy right now. He's the guy. And all that it takes to do that role.
It's I know he would love to be here, but it's a matter of that takes precedence over this. So
I look back at this past year. A lot's happened this year, hasn't it?
Yeah. I mean,
sorry, I've got a dog that's being very needy in the background here, so I'm trying to appease her while we talk.
No, it's okay. A lot has happened this last year. I mean, 6 months ago, I wasn't even on the team.
It's happened just in that short amount of time here, hasn't it?
Yeah. So yeah.
I'm glad you're here.
Yeah. And when I came on, I mean, it was literally, I hit the ground running, and Brian was like, I'm like, full send. I mean, but yeah, a lot has happened in this last year, and I'm so excited for, I mean, we have some sneak peeks into 2025, and I'm so excited for what's coming up, but we can't quite disclose all that just yet, but I know we can, but we can't.
Well, we can at least say we know that Hopestock, the dates are set. So mark your calendars.
That's going to be an amazing weekend.
Last weekend in July. Yes. For anyone who's got your pen in hand, mark it down.
Actually, it's 20. Hold on, I'll tell you exactly the dates. As I swing over to another calendar. Because not like we have 7 calendars running. 25 through 27.
So 25, 26, 27, which is perfect. The anniversary of the Americans with Disabilities Act, the anniversary date is on the 26th. So that will help me remember that. It'll be on the Saturday of that weekend. Because that, ADA, you hear ADA. What is that? Americans with Disabilities Act. That's the thing that we have ramps going into buildings as a standard item these days. That's because back in 1990, that was signed into law. And that
needed to be.
What was that?
And it needed to be.
It needed to be.
Yeah.
Literally something that should be common sense takes an actual act of Congress to make happen.
So sad.
It is. But thank goodness it's happened.
Yes.
And it's a thing. It's real. And we get to celebrate that. And that is something that will be that same weekend. So I think that's perfect.
Yeah. I am so excited for what, like I said, we've got there are some teasers that soon. Yeah. To be disclosed at a later date.
Yeah. So if you're listening to this and you want to know what the heck we're talking about, come on back at January. These nuggets.
We can start releasing, but yes, there's
dropping nuggets.
There are some exciting things coming our way and your way
Mhm.
uh, with Project Die Hard that are um, we're all looking forward to.
Yeah.
That this mission is going to be um, a part of and partaking in. That we've got some new partnerships coming up and some new ventures that are going to be a positive across the board and across the nation that are going to be really really impactful that I think everybody will be excited to hear about. Um, I know when he comes in later, I know one that I just realized Kurt jumped on board with that uh, he hasn't really disclosed a lot about, but I'll let him talk about that one if he wants to, or if he's going to wait until the new year to drop that one. Um, but we got bits and pieces of that information, so that's there's a lot going on behind the scenes, folks. That there are a lot of wheels and plates spinning right now that this project has going that is going to be beneficial across many boards.
Mhm. Yeah, I'm excited to see all the as donations come in and we're able to do some more renovations on the building. Oh,
Oh yeah, I
I can
mean,
hardly wait for that.
yeah, and I was down there for Veterans Weekend, and
Mhm.
um, I didn't get to talk a lot about my experience down there, but when I stepped foot on the property, you can't step foot on that property and not feel something. Um, God's presence is all over that property. It's amazing. The structure itself is the structure is amazing, and it's just the renovations that we're doing on it is the housing structure. Um, the refurb that's going on is going to make it to where we can have 12 veterans and two families with children right there on property. We have 20 acres. There's, I think, a family of 6 or 8 deer that roam the property regularly.
Oh,
Just,
I love that.
I mean, we were out riding the 4 wheeler, and they're just roaming around. I'm like, he's like, oh yeah,
They're
they
here.
don't, they, they're not even phased by us. They just walk right by us, like, cool. Um, the pond on the property is gorgeous. It's going to be so nice once it. Like I said, you can't walk on that property and not feel something. It's amazing. It really is. And um, the layout and the vision that has been laid out for where everything's going to sit and um, the buildings is everything's been laid out in such a way that it's going to be a phenomenal facility once everything's
So
it's
so you drive into the property. I know there's a big sign at the entrance.
yeah.
You drive up, what do you see? What's the first thing you see?
When you drive up, believe it or not, when you first drive up, you don't see you see it's a driveway, and then you kind of have to take a left, but it's a wooded area, so you don't even see the building until you first drive up.
Oh,
It's
that's nice.
yeah. And then you drive back, and it's wooded property off to the left. You drive around the little bend, and then you see the main building, which is all going to get a whole new front facade. It's and as you're driving in, um, when you turn into where the parking lot's going to be, you get just a small glimpse of what the front edge of the pond is going to be, and so you get the building structure off to your left, and you'll get like a quarter view of the pond with the layout and trees behind it. It's gorgeous. It is so gorgeous. Um, the new facade is getting put on, and the new front is going to really make the front of the building just. I don't know if you've seen the layout yet or any of the.
Renderings, yeah.
It's going to be amazing. It really is. And then you walk in and you're just like, wow. Yeah.
So walk us through because I know there's some things are ready to go now. So when you walk in the door, what do you see?
So as you walk in right now, that area is set up to where you're going to walk in and your kitchen is almost going to be immediately off to your left. And that kitchen is going to almost double in size from what it is now. With a walkout fridge, that's walkout fridge freezer. Off to the right is going to be like office and personnel area. And then you walk down a little farther, and that's where you're going to have the cafeteria area, which is getting built out from where part of it is now. And that's where all of the food will stay within the front, probably 1/3 of the building. You go past the kitchen area is the day room, which is functional, open. I want to say it's a 65 or 75-inch TV on the wall, bookshelves, probably 6 or 8 tables, sofas. It's already. I mean, you could literally function there as a movie night, get together type of thing. There are the day room. Go down farther. There is starts of the bedrooms start there. They're getting framed out and built out. Those are going to be, I think, the first two are going to be family living areas where the two families could live. So they're a little bigger. And then you go down farther to where the singles are going to be built out. Obviously, there's going to be a main electrical area. Everything can be plugged into one main area so that if there are electrical issues or heating issues, it's all in one area, so we don't have to have somebody running into each of the individual living rooms or whatever. Fenced in built-in playground for the kids. There's going to be a gardening area. We're going to have, I think, well, I know there's going to be a studio there, so we can have do podcasts as well as any veterans who do music or want to record book readings or voiceovers or things like that. They'll be able to do it there. We're going to have outbuildings for training, for classroom, for job skill training. I want to say we're going to have 1 or 2 shop buildings, whether it be wood or mechanical for training as well. But there's so much going on. It's going to be an amazing property once everything is all scaled out and done. And then there's going to be walking paths throughout the woods, bridges throughout to go over ravines. Yeah,
there's a lot there now.
Yeah.
There's still a lot of work to be done. And that's, again, if any of these things have piqued people's interest of, hey, I could help with that.
Yeah.
That, we're looking for volunteers to coordinate with us and make this happen. We need.
If you have groups that want to go down to do missions work, youth groups that want to come down for, summer mission trips to come out and, build stuff out, clear brush, help renovate stuff, hit us up. You know, we can make it work. That's, you know, that's what we do.
What we do. Ah, so many
And
things to look forward to.
yeah, I mean, the property itself is amazing, and there's so much is going to be able to be done. As it stands now, like I said, we can host events there. I mean, we can.
Mhm.
It's functional where we can host. We can host meetings. We can host, you know, conventions to where we have enough space that's functional at this point to where that's feasible.
Awesome. So, and we're talking about Fob Rush, which is located in Makanda, Illinois. This is the first location. We're anticipating having locations across the country in the future,
Yeah.
but we got to finish this first one first. That's the
And
priority right now. We need to get this done. We
this
need,
one is going to be done before we do any others. So we do, and we're not going to half one and start another one. It's one to completion, then we move on.
do this and do it well, and then we can move forward beyond that, because we don't want to spread ourselves too thin. We still need
Right.
there's a lot of money needed for this. There really is. And you know what? It's the end of the year. There's a lot of people at this time of year looking for ways to donate for that last tax write-off before the year end. This is a great place to focus your donation that way. We're a 501c3. We're able to take
Yes.
those donations in that manner. So please consider us as a possibility here for where you would like to direct that year-end donation, because it will go to such good. Every bit of it will be used for good.
I mean, you can use it as a tax write-off. I mean, there are people who, like my family has asked me, what do I want? I don't need anything. I have all the toys I need. If I want any more toys, so they're like, well, what do we get you for Christmas? I'm like, what do you want? Okay, if you want to do something, make a donation in my name to my nonprofit. Seriously, that's helping me help someone else.
Love it.
I mean, I don't need anything. Give it to my nonprofit. I know a bunch of people who are like, well, what do I get my mom? Or, what do I, and they're like, well, we've done this for probably 3 years with family and friends. They're like, every year we, make a donation in their name to a nonprofit or to a missionary donation. They're like, yeah, just do that. And so we've done that for years to a couple of our friends and family to different organizations. And so it depends on, they pick what their favorite charitable organization is. And so
that's a great idea. There's people out there who they don't need anything. They don't want to give, but this, because we all want to give something, it's that time of year. And what a great idea. Make a donation in somebody's name to the organization here. What an amazing idea.
Yep.
Thank you, Dave. What a great idea.
So, I mean, and we've had people do that. We've had people do fundraisers. Like I said last time I was on, it won't go into effect until they open up registration. But I'm going to be doing and it's just a small 5K, but it's going to be a fundraiser, and all the proceeds are going to go to Project Die Hard.
Awesome.
So, there are bigger ones that I do that, all the proceeds that I'm going to do are going to go to the project. But, there are people who will do fundraise for their birthday rather than giving them a birthday gift, or like I know a friend every year does. Um, he's a big marathoner. He runs like 7 marathons a year, and I'm like, okay, well,
That's
better
impressive.
you than me. But um, he fundraises for all of those, and all of his donations go to children's cancer research. So he fundraises, and all the donate or all the fundraising that he gets goes to um, children's cancer research. Which I'm like, you know, I can't fault him for that. That's
That's awesome.
so. But those are that's there's so many different ways you can give. I mean, time, talent, skills, in the name of a friend, or but if we will tell you this, if you're going to come to us and say, well, why aren't you doing it this way, we're going to look on our donation list, and we're going to be like, I don't see your name on the donation list. If you think that's the way it should be done, okay, well, we'll take that in consideration, but at the same time, you're going to have to put the legwork in.
Come and help.
Right, exactly.
Yeah. And sincerely, we love the interest. We love all that. Please be interested. Please reach out.
Right. We'll take the input. We really will.
So we're stretched already, and that's where we sincerely are asking for people to step up and join the team, volunteer with us. I'm here every Monday night. How hard is it for me to show up here and do my piece of this? I love this. This is oh my goodness. We've met so many amazing people on here. If you are looking for something to do over the holiday while you have nothing else going on, like, if you find yourself actually in that position where you're a little bored, check out the YouTube. We have a YouTube channel, right? Project Diehard has a YouTube channel. We are live streaming to that right now. Subscribe to that. That's another ask. Please subscribe to the YouTube channel and go back and look at the interviews that we've had, the shows that we've had all year long. There is so much in there. The people we've met, the stories that have been told, the information that's been shared, all of the things. I mean, we're 50 weeks into the year. There's 50 hours of content on there that
50 hours plus.
Oh yeah.
We've had a couple of shows run over with
because good conversations are
happening. We've had some guests on here, and we're like, you just don't want to cut them off because
it's been amazing.
I mean, and some of them have come on as resource or community or ministry partners, and we're just like, we can't thank them enough. And they help us, we help them, and it's a win-win.
And we are, let's see, I'm going to grab this YouTube link and I'm putting it right in here so that if anybody's looking for our YouTube channel, I've added it to the chat. I'm going to show it on the screen here. Real easy to find. And I'll know if those listening have subscribed or not, because we're at 60 right now. I want to see how quickly we can hit 100 and then 200. And because once actually, okay, super simple way to raise money. If we have 1,000 subscribers on there, and we have enough hours listened to on there, there's going to be a source of income. We can get ad revenue at that point. Yep. So how simple is it to go to that link,
click a button,
subscribe? How easy is that? And share it out. I mean, by all means, once you go on there, it's super easy. You know what? I could even share that. Why don't I show just how simple this is? Okay, check this out. You guys, are you seeing my screen?
Yep, I got your screen.
Okay, so here was that address I had on the page just a moment ago. If you go here, you click this button, it shows I'm already subscribed, right? Super easy, and you'll know if you followed us to look at our logos right on here. There is all, let's see here. Click on the live. All of these videos that we have had. Oh, look at that. Santa's even been on here. He's been on here a bunch over the years or over the weeks and months. But there's all this content, all this amazing people that we've met along the way. It is just super easy. Right on here too, we've got the link to the website, projectdiehard.org. Look at this. We've had 882 views. There's currently 74 videos on there, 60 subscribers. Super easy. If you go on, let's see. Oh gosh, look, we're here. We're live. Amazing. I'm going to just pause that so I'm not hearing it. But look, the share button. Oh, hold on. I'm going to like that. Share button. You can share it to whatever avenue you would like to share it to. There's all sorts of easy ways. You can either copy it or, oh, look, I want to share it. Oh, let's see. I'll share it to LinkedIn. Boom. Click that button and, oh, look. How easy is this?
Done and done.
Listen and subscribe. And look, it's all about Project Die Hard and post. Boom, done. How many minutes did that take me?
Not even.
Sorry, a minute. So easy. Sharing our mission like that is so easy to do. It took me, I could go back and look. I bet it took like, what, 60 seconds?
Yeah, if that.
If that. And that was, granted, that was just one share. In a matter of 5 minutes, I could share it out in how many different places? Super easy. Yeah. If people can actually take a moment and do that, that would actually help us out. More people will know about the mission. More people will subscribe to what we're doing. More people will consider maybe volunteering, donating, and sharing it themselves. Yeah. Oh my gosh.
And like you said, it's not that we're not big enough. It's just the right person hasn't heard about us yet. There's somebody out there who doesn't want the fame, doesn't want the recognition. They just haven't heard about us yet.
Exactly. Can you imagine how you'd feel if you're the one that actually connected that right person, company, whatever it is? Be that person. I would love to be able to say I was the one that made that connection happen.
I mean, that would be amazing.
So please consider what you can do. Again, sharing, volunteering, praying for this mission, donating to the mission, see the vision that we have here, and again, bringing hope to veterans.
It's not rocket science. It really isn't. I mean,
is there a downside here somewhere that I'm not seeing?
If there is, I missed it a long time ago.
We're all about doing good things here and meeting great people. The number of wonderful, we would have never met if it wasn't for this. And I'm very glad that you are in what's happening here and doing your piece, because you have brought so much value. I really am glad you're here, Dave. And I hope you know how much you're appreciated.
Like I said, and I mean, we've kind of beat my story into the ground, but the way I ended up here was totally a God thing, because when I stumbled across Project Die Hard, I was looking to start my own 501c3. And it just turned out that this is where I ended up. So God put Project Die Hard in my path, and that's where it worked out, and it's been a blessing ever since. The timing was just right, because things had just happened with the chaplain had just left, and so timing was just right. And so
sometimes things are just meant to be.
Yeah. But we have a lot of great people on our team, and you, Kurt, obviously Brian, who keeps all of us. I don't know how he does it. Yeah, I've seen one of his calendars. I don't know if you've seen. His calendars. I've seen one of his calendars. His calendars, one of I think 7, are. I don't know how he does it. I mean, I live off of caffeine and sarcasm 90% of the time. And,
You need that on a shirt. Uh-huh.
you know, but I honestly don't know how he does it because he is go, 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 go. And I mean, I think even the Energizer Bunny could, you know, I think Brian could give the Energizer Bunny some tips because
Ironically, I literally have the Energizer Bunny right. Okay, I got to do it now. Oh, sorry, Minnie.
um, but his calendars are always full, always running. Um, he's juggling probably on any given. Oh, good. That's amazing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So this is maybe I should affectionately name this Brian because that's just what.
Yeah. I mean, and you can attest to this, Sue. I would say on any given day, he's probably juggling what 7 or 8 balls at a time.
Oh my gosh, at least.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah, on any given day, it's a miracle. He is. I don't know that he gets sleep. I really don't.
Not enough.
Yeah.
Not enough. He takes to say he takes ownership to this. I feel like doesn't even
doesn't even do it justice. Yeah. I mean, he lives, sleeps, and eats this mission.
Yeah.
And
as we ask for volunteers, that's not where others are going to be. If we could people could say, hey, I could do an hour a year or an hour a day. I mean, anywhere in between. We would love to have people that come, like you said, with actually being on the property there.
Yeah.
I haven't had that pleasure yet of stepping foot on the property.
Yeah.
It's coming, but it hasn't happened yet.
Like I said, I almost want to be there when you do, because like I said, I know what it was from my experience. I was just like, wow. I literally had, Brian was like, I'm going to give you a minute. I'm like, I'm going to need at least a minute, because I was like, I'm not going to lie. I was like, this is, it was a lot. I was like, wow, this is, yeah. And I saw it, like I said, when I went down there for Veterans Day weekend, and Brad, who is the pastor at Woodlawn, had seen it the Thursday before I saw it.
Oh, excellent.
And I talked to Brad when I was down there, and he was like, yeah, he was like, so what was your first reaction? I was like, he's like, you don't have to tell me, brother. I know. It's literally you step out of your vehicle and put foot on property, and you're just kind of like, it's such a calming, and you've got, like I said, you've got to go and experience it.
Well, and when I hear this, I'm thinking when we're at that point now where we have veterans that can actually stay there for some time.
Yeah.
I am just in my mind, I'm seeing the healing, all the things that are the purpose of why this place exists.
Yeah.
It's there.
Absolutely is there. The amount of calming, peace, serenity, and these are all words that normally don't come out of my mouth. They just don't. I mean, you just get a sense of everything's going to be okay. it that's the only way I can describe it. You literally set foot on that property, and it's just that's the
That's perfect. That's what it's meant to be. And
yeah
that it's already there and it's not even done yet. It's only going to be better.
yeah. I mean, that's literally the only. I mean, it yeah. It's amazing, and
Awesome.
it's
So that
it's it's only going to get better.
it's only going to get better. And that's a big invitation for we need people to experience that. Because
Yeah,
once you experience that, you have that to share. I can see it in you as you're describing
yeah.
this.
It really is, and like Brian said, and he'll say it again next week and the week after and the week after. If you want to set up an appointment to go see the place, he will be more than happy to take you up there. Um, Sue said it earlier on the slides. We will let you see the property. We will let you see our books. We're not trying to hide anything. If you want to come see the place, call us. We'll set up an appointment for you to come see, Fob Rush. If you want to take a look at the financials, let us know. We'll let you see them. We're not trying to hide anything.
This place is meant to be shared.
Yeah.
It's there for, there is a purpose. There is a reason.
Absolutely.
It needs to fulfill its purpose. And it's getting there, but there's a long ways to go yet to actually fully do what it's meant to be, what the function is for this place. But we're going to get there.
Yeah. Well, and I honestly, like you said, if you go see Fob Rush and you see the property and you get the layout of what it is, there's no way you're not going to feel it. And there's no way you're not going to want to be part of it. It's just not. I can't see that anybody who goes to see Forward Operating Base Rush would come out of there and be like, nah, this isn't for me. Not going to happen.
Well, and you know what I just realized? Kurt's hanging in the background here, and I didn't even see that until just now. I had the chat feature coming up here, so I'm going to go ahead and bring Kurt in. I know we're getting close to the end, but how long have you been watching? And I'm like, you just enjoying all this?
Yeah, yeah, good show. Felt like I got a backstage pass, and
literally. I was watching the chat to see if anybody was actually typing into us, so I wasn't noticing that. Oh, we got guy number 3. How you doing tonight?
Fantastic. It's a good day.
Did we call ahead? None of us are actually wearing our Project Die Hard shirts tonight, but we're all kind of matching color-wise a bit here. Yeah. Not sure how these things happen. They're just, that force. So, Kurt, I know you've been listening in, I'm guessing, for a bit. So what thoughts are on the top of your mind at this point?
Well, I enjoyed the social media class. Apparently that we have Sue Roscoff master classes now. All part of our educational program,
Love that.
Not everybody knows how to get to. We keep saying share this. It's like, well, maybe I should show people how. Maybe that's going to get us a little further faster.
Yeah, there's something to it. That's what it takes. Reminds me of our friend Kathy Weaver, who does posting parties, and she goes through all the buttons to push, and she reminds people to push the buttons. Don't be afraid to push the buttons.
Exactly.
Well, I did kind of tease her earlier about somebody that you are working with alongside.
Wait, who am I working with alongside? I missed it.
So we were talking about some of the things that were coming up in the future for Project Die Hard, but
yeah,
did mention that there's because I didn't know how much you put out there, but you're working alongside another organization that works with us. Fana?
Oh, Fana. Okay.
Because I didn't know how far you put that out there, but I know that you put that out to some of us that you are working
Yeah.
with them well.
Yeah, we're trying to take a look at our Hope Stock weekend and see if we can get some of these other organizations to come in, and some of these developments out of trying to think of the name of the city there. There's Makanda and there's
Paducah?
no,
Marion.
Marion. There you go. Yeah. So doing some networking and looking over things in Marion, and we got a connection to the Harlem Legends. So I'm playing around with if we can find a gymnasium somewhere around. So Southern Illinois University seems a little doubtful, but we'll see. We'll keep finding out what they want to do or not. But we got a referral out to some other places that have a gym, and see if we can have some more fundraising for Project Iron. We'll see.
I know some big arenas. They're outside. Might be a little cold right now.
Well, we have to go to an outdoor place. I don't know if the Harlem Legends have done much with outdoors at all, but
It's a
you know,
little volatile right now.
well, no, the Hope Stock is in July.
Yeah.
So we'll see. Yeah, we're turning over every stone we can to make sure we don't leave any unturned.
So lots of good things to come. I know we were mentioning earlier too. 2025 is going to be an amazing year. There's so much that's going to be happening big for this organization. Put on your seatbelt. It's coming.
Buckle up.
Buckle up. Excellent. Well, and we always end on a note of hope, a message of hope for our veterans. So I wonder if we want to just take a moment and share a message. And I think we're at our end for the evening here. So Chaplain Dave, I'm going to give you the honors of beginning.
All right. Well, I would just say, we talked about it a little bit earlier. This is a time of year where a lot of people, they can feel, a little left out or lonely. But I would say this, people tend to forget a lot what we say, but they tend to remember more of how we've made them feel. So let's go out there and try to be the grace, compassion, and comfort that Christ has shown us, and just be there for each other, whether it be in person, just sitting quietly and letting them, know that you're there with them, or, reaching out, sharing a cup of coffee, and being that that person to share, whatever's going on with them. We're here for you.
Excellent. Kurt, passing it over to you.
I just need to do a check-in here. Did you do anything about recapping what happened earlier today on the shakedown? In terms of any of that? No, you did nothing with the shakedown stuff. So, Sue, you know what day it is today? Do you remember any of the days we were going through?
There's one that, and I'm trying to remember what it was now, because there was one I was supposed to remember for tonight, and I forgot.
Yeah,
Help
National Christmas Wreath Day. Is that the one you're talking about? National Christmas Wreath Day?
It is. Can you describe what that is?
Only because of Google.
Google's my friend too. It's all good. Important one.
Well, if we back up a little bit, National Wreaths Across America Day is on Saturday, December 14th. It's a free public event that takes place over 4,600 4,600 locations across the United States at sea and abroad. The day honors veterans, teaches children about the sacrifices of veterans and their families, and remembers fallen heroes. Wreaths are placed on veterans' cemeteries, local cemeteries, historic sites, and veterans' memorials. So that kind of surprised me. I thought because today's the 16th.
That one got read today, though. I know what you're saying because let's see. I'm trying to come up real quick with any other pieces of what that all was. National Day. There's always something to celebrate. There's a nationaldaycalendar.com that we love because it tells us all of the fun things to celebrate today. Because today being December 16th, I go there and oh my gosh, it's playing music. It is, for you chocolate lovers, it is National Chocolate Covered Anything Day.
I'm in.
Yeah, I totally.
I'm in.
I gotta find. There's another calendar that works a little, has more things on it than the one I happen to grab here. There is. Here we go. NationalToday.com. That's the one I was looking for. And so, Kurt, I'm on a different screen. So if you're ready to say something, go ahead and hop in. But I think that is the one. Yeah, it shows it popping up for today being actually it's Monday, December 16th this year is the National Wreaths Across America Day. So that's exactly what you're saying. Yeah, so I think it must land on a different day here. I wonder if it is it's at the first or the will this be then the third Monday? Remembering our fallen U.S. veterans.
Yeah, well, maybe some groups find it where they're doing it on the weekend, to draw a bigger crowd on the weekend or something.
Actually, it does mention on here in the description that it's an annual event that takes place the third Saturday in December at Arlington National Cemetery. So
yeah, so that would be that would have been the 14th for Arlington for sure.
So there you have it. That if you're ever looking for something to celebrate, there's always something to celebrate. It's just a matter of looking around a little bit, and your friend Google can help come up with all the. You'd be surprised at what's all out there on what you can call a national day of whatever. You name it, it exists. It's kind of amazing. So, if you're looking for something to celebrate, we do that with the shakedown every day. That is part of the fun we have, and we actually live stream the shakedown on the Facebook page for Project Die Hard. And okay, now everybody's what the heck's a shakedown? Sounds weird, right? It literally is 15 minutes of music in motion, and it started out with you have something in your hands that you can shake, like a maraca or something that makes noise. It's a percussion kind of thing, and we shake it as we do around the. It's a way to get your body moving. It's just 15 minutes. It's simple. It's fun. It's a great group that gets together. And if you don't want to be on the Zoom with us and you want to just do it at your own time, whatever fits into your schedule, you can go on and check it out on the Facebook page. Like I said, we live stream now directly to the Project Die Hard page. But if you want to be in the Zoom with us and be part of the cool kids, just hanging out, please do. All I have to do is reach out. Please send me an email because I would hate to miss a note that somebody right like on the post because I might miss that because we're actually sending this out to like 8 different locations and to keep up. And I really would feel bad if I missed somebody reaching out that way. So please email me, Susan, right there, Susan@projectdiehard.org. Send me the note and I'd be glad to send that Zoom link to you. We're not putting the Zoom link out just generally because it's not our Zoom account and we do not want Zoom bombers. So that's a thing. We've had that happen before and that's not fun. So, but if you want to actually be part of that with us, oh my gosh, the more the merrier. We would love to have people come. We literally are there every day. Somebody is there every day. We're almost every day. It's rare that we miss one, but it's 15 minutes and it's Central time. So it started out the 12 o'clock shakedown, 12 o'clock noon Central, just because that's where the guy who's started this is located. So that is I'm going to leave that as my word of hope of there's always something to look forward to. It's a matter of finding it, seeing it, see what fits for you. And that's my invitation. Come on and join us on that. It really is. We're on there to have fun. And I'm at my office most of those days, and it gets me off my butt and moving. It's not hard. We keep it simple and fun. And it's a great group that we get to hang out with every day there. I would love to have more people join us. So invitation is wide open. Come on and join us. And with that, I'm going to go ahead and close up for tonight. I know we ran a little long, but this has been a fun conversation. So Kurt, Dave, thank you so much for all you do here. And Project Diehard. So people that are catching the last moments, projectdiehard.org. Go check it out. Consider donating. Consider volunteering. Pray for us. Subscribe. Do all those things. Please support what we're doing here because it is all for our veterans and giving hope, providing hope for our veterans, helping them out, meeting them where they're at, and doing what we can. So we'll be back here next week. Come on back Monday nights. We are here every Monday night. Project Die Hard Mission Monday update. So we'll see you next week. Same time, same